Congratulations! You have found WrestleShoot, hosted by the Wild Thing Rob Wilds and the Ladies' Man Chris Casanova. Combined, we have 40 years of wrestling experience, and we're here to share those experiences, stories, and knowledge with you over the podcast airwaves. We'll be joined by friends of ours from time to time to share their stories and experiences with you as well. So climb aboard the crazy train we call WrestleShoot. We know how to do it, and we do it real well.
Yeah, we are back, baby. You got Rob Wilds coming at you, live and COVID-free, joined, of course, by the lovely and talented, the ever-popular, constantly trending with new talents, my hetero life mate, Chris Casanova. What's up, brother?
Not much, man. Just taking a break before my performance tonight. As you can see, I'm at my little dance club.
Yep. Getting back to your no covers, no condoms, stripping career, dude. More power on you.
Absolutely. Yep.
Make money.
Got to pay the bills.
Pay the bills. So, we got some big things happening tonight. Tonight's going to be a great show, and we have taken the clock and thrown it out the window. Man, we might go a little bit late. Who knows? Because we're going to be going over something very special to us and to a lot of you out there. But before we do that, and before we get to our big announcement, I just want to recognize that last night was Ric Flair's big match. Woo! There's a picture of Rick getting ready to go to the ring. Check out that robe, Chris. Look at that beautiful Flair robe.
What are you talking about last night?
Last night. The night that Ric Flair shocked the world and laid down. He came back to this big match and he lost.
No, you must have been sleeping, man. I know what you're talking about.
What? No, Ric Flair laid down last night.
No.
Chris, dummy, the replay is not until tomorrow. So
no, what?
We're talking about this tomorrow.
Oh, wait, damn it. Oh, well.
You're fired, Chris.
I don't like you.
That was going to be a great fucking bit. But then, no, you went Casanova all over it.
That's right. Casanova did.
So,
it blew my spine.
Without further ado, Chris, I think it's time to make the big announcement. We have been doing a very quiet conversation between the two of us for about the last 6 months on bringing on a new permanent third seat, baby, so we can once again call WrestleShoot the best three-way dance on the air. Without further ado, our new third chair, the Executioner. Golf clap, Chris. Golf clap. Go ahead. Golf clap.
Yes, this is yours truly, the Executioner, and it's an honor to be with WrestleShoot, and I want to appreciate WrestleShoot because the Executioner will execute with WrestleShoot. Let's do it.
Shit, that was a good promo. Did you write that? Or did you just flow that out?
No, that was from the dome, man.
Nice.
Character.
You fooled me, man. That was legit.
That was legit. Good shoot. All right, that's why we call it WrestleShoot, baby. Tonight is a really, really awesome episode. We've talked about this man so many times on the show, but we haven't really dove into his awesome career, how he was such a good friend to all of us. So tonight, we're going to do a very special Michael Porter's WrestleShoot.
It's one of the most humblest, nicest person I've met ever.
I agree.
Yeah.
Just a good dude, man. Like, and he would talk to anybody.
Very genuine. In the wrestling business, finding somebody genuine is hard.
Yeah, he would talk to anybody, wrestler, fan, anybody, and sit there and just have a conversation with them, man. He was just a fucking awesome dude.
always game for anything in the business, always game for anything involving entertainment. But we have time to get into all that because I took this hand actually.
The right hand?
The right hand deep into that big bag of the past. And I felt around until I felt a very familiar bald head. And I grabbed a hold tight and I pulled him up. And he is one of the originals. He is one of the founding fathers of WrestleShoot, Mr. Rick fucking Rockwell. What's up, brother? He's telling me he can't hear us. Rick, log out, log back in. And then we're going to do the intro over again. Log out and come back in.
Or redo it, man.
Yeah. Reset, Rick. We can't hear you, dude.
There you
Rick Rockwell, reset your computer. No, I did that.
You kicked him out?
Well, I'm hoping he knows I didn't kick him out. I just needed to reset because he just left. So we're going to wait for him to come right back. We're going to bring him in because this is awesome.
Wow.
This is awesome that we have one of the original one of the creators of WrestleShoot. People used to make jokes around the radio station, call me, Porter, and Rockwell the three wise men because we went in there and actually our show brought ratings to that little AM station up in Marysville that wasn't getting no ratings. That people were paying the radio station to go in there and do a radio show.
Yeah.
So like this guy, Harry Jr., awesome guy. He ran the local hardware store in Marysville. And he came on and he paid to do his little weekly show, Harry Jr.'s Country Junction. And he played the old shit. Like the old makes me want to blow my brains out country music. Like that shit that makes you tear up so bad it turns into blood that you're tearing. Just nauseates you all the way down to your fucking toes. You know what I mean? That's like listening to when gangster rap first came out. Now, don't get me wrong. When NWA came out, I had hair down to here, and I was all about my heavy metal, dude, but I dug NWA. I thought they were the shit.
Who did it, man?
Yeah. Yeah. And even people who didn't like rap, period. And I was one of those guys, but who didn't like that either. Still didn't dislike it.
I love rap.
You can still hear the talent that came with fucking Cube and Dre and Easy, dude, and Red and all those dude, it was something, man.
Yeah.
All right, I just heard the beep. Let's see if okay, here we go. Ready? Take two. I reached deep down into the bag of past, blah, 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 blah. I found the old head, boom, 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 boom. I brought up one of the founding fathers, one of the creators of Wrestle Motherfucking Shoot. Rick, if you can't hear me this time, I'm gonna kill you. Rockwell.
Man, that's an amazing entrance. I haven't had anything like that ever. I can finally hear you guys. I'm so happy to be here. Honestly, man, it's great to see all you guys still alive and kicking in this industry.
Right.
You know how it is. And especially since we're here paying tribute to somebody we all cared about, it makes me feel grateful that, we have more days to even just say hi and catch up.
Yeah, totally. And speaking of wrestlers and their unhealthy living, X, can I bum a smoke off you? Oh, thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
Damn.
Smoke those cancer sticks, boys.
Magic.
Some things never change.
No.
Kids don't do this because it's harmful. So we don't promote you guys on smoking. So don't do that.
In fact, we don't promote kids smoking so much that we're never going to say that stupid shit again, X. Shut the hell up. You're off to a bad start.
Don't follow us. Don't follow us.
Do as we say, not as we do, you little bastards. You shouldn't be watching this fucking show anyway.
Hey, where's our fan at, man? We cuss too much. I cuss too much. I'm going to leave. Where's that one fan?
Fuck that guy. So, Rick, I have been waiting with bells on since you guys, you might not believe this, but I actually don't know the first level origin story of WrestleShoot. But Rick is going to share it with. He wouldn't kill me last night. He was going to make me wait for today.
Man, listen, we all remember a guy named TK, right? Tonga Kid.
The Tonga Kid.
Yes.
Yes,
and we all have different experiences with TK. And
when we're done with this, I got to tell you how I pissed his son off. Go ahead.
And we all have different levels of love for him. So, back in the day, I got into wrestling through the Samoans, through him and his family and stuff. And we were starting a school and just all that stuff. And he was contacted by some rednecks out in Marysville. And I can't tell you.
Oh, yeah, those fucks.
They're all the same, and, they ended up hating my guts. They tried to get us thrown off the air many times because of the shit I talked about them. But, I mean...
And me. I think I'm the one who got us thrown off the air, to be honest, finally.
Man, listen, I never got a chance to tell you, but I am proud how you took over after, I had to step away for a while from everything in life. You kept the shit going. You kept everything entertaining and stuff, man. So...
Oh, thanks.
And I'm not just saying this because, you invited me on and stuff like that. But
no, I know you better than that.
Yeah, I never had a chance to thank you and tell you good job. So the first time we went out to that shithole of a radio station out in good old redneck Marysville, I wish I could remember the names of these guys. They had a radio show going, and it was like Law Radio or something because they had that wrestling promotion out there.
Everett and Slam Dog.
Yeah, oh my God.
I got a story for them fuckers.
Oh my
Fuck
God.
Everett.
And there was another one. I always called him Mental Midget, and I can't think of his name.
Yeah, the guy in the cane.
He had a little Weasley looking guy that was a little bit shorter that thought he was like the money man or something like that.
Yeah, he always had a cane, always wore a cowboy hat. way too fucking big.
Jesus Christ.
Man, this is a whole nother life ago. You guys are killing me. So, we got invited out there. They wanted to interview Sammy on like one of their first shows. And I kid you not. We get there. There was like a few redneck trucks in the dirt gravel in the front. Yeah. And there's a couple cowboys or wannabe cowboys sitting in the radio station. And it just, I don't know, man. I just felt like I was not somewhere where I belonged.
Like you were about to get raped?
If someone said I had a pretty mouth, I was out of there.
But you do have a pretty mouth. All right, he's out of here.
Wow.
Damn. So they wanted us to come in and talk. And I kid you not, about 15 minutes into the interview, one by one, everybody started leaving the actual studio to go out and chit chat and do whatever they were doing in the other area. And before I knew it, I was the only one sitting in the radio booth. And I'm looking around, and I wasn't even supposed to talk. And somehow I'm talking on the radio, and I have the whole airtime to myself. Nice. At this point in time, Porter was just doing like, I think it was Oakland A's stuff and maybe some promos or something for the radio station. And so he wasn't quite involved with anything yet. It was just those rednecks. And so eventually we somehow just pushed them out and took them over. And I remember when Mikey got the go ahead to start doing the wrestling radio show. Of course, he's super excited. Like,
can I add a quick point on this?
Yeah, go ahead.
A quick point was those redneck cunts had to pay the radio station to do their show.
Did they really?
Paid.
No shit.
They paid.
That's right.
So the radio station
forgot.
removed a paying client and put Rick and Mike in there, and they weren't getting paid, but they weren't getting charged either.
No, Mikey was doing extra stuff for the station, and so that's how we worked it all out. But there was another redneck, and it's hard to separate them all. But there was another squirrely-looking fella who, yes. Well, this guy was from Red Bluff, and
that's the Beverly Hills.
Yes. His name was should I even mention? Yeah, we were mentioning names. His name was Dale. And Dale from Red Bluff somehow hooked us up with, first of all, the worst wrestling show I've ever done in my entire life was in Red Bluff. It was the biggest dump I've ever been in my life. Most redneck people I've ever met in my life. Like, it was something where, honestly, for a second, I dozed off in the middle of the match, and I woke up thinking, like, these people could be wearing sheets at any moment. That's where we were at in this shithole. So, yeah, and that's a whole nother story, and we all got crazy stories from being on the road. But Dale hooked us up with this musician guy. And this was even before we even had a name for the show. Like, Mike and I were trying to figure out what to even call it. And we settled on WrestleShoot, and this was before he even, put his name on it. We settled on WrestleShoot because it was, it had the play on words with shooting in the ring. And then at the time, the RF videos were so big, late 90s and stuff like that. And so we were like, well, this sounds good and stuff. So we went with the name WrestleShoot.
Shoot interviews were just starting to really get a hold of me.
Yeah.
Shoot interviews, shoot in the ring, everything. And, we should have shot on you in the ring when we turned on you back in, I don't even remember what year that was.
That was good shit.
03 or some shit. I think it was 03.
Back in 03 when oh man.
Old Rick Rockwell laying the booties to Honky Tonk in the corner. Boom, 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 boom.
Man, and I was so happy when you sent me that video. But I'm digressing. You're going to send me down so many rabbit holes, man. We'll be here for hours. So
we got all night, dude.
I don't even remember where we were. I think we were in Red Bluff talking to Dale and this other long-haired, freaky fella who played the guitar really well. And he came up with that intro, that riff we had in the beginning for WrestleShoot. I wish I could remember his name. He was pretty talented, but when you look at a redneck, you can't tell them apart. Like, they're either bigger or tinier.
No, that was Lincoln Log Jake. Lincoln Log Jake.
Was that who it was?
No, I just made that name up because it sounded so white trash or redneck.
I was kind of sold for a minute there, man. I was like,
dude, you cocksucker, man. I'm relying on your memory, and things like that, because you remembered about the pay thing. I'm trusting in you, man. Chris, we got to turn on him again.
Hey,
put the fucking boots to him, man.
Put the boots to him again.
And I know that son of a bitch X down there. He'll fucking jump in on it too. You bunch of three spots.
He's more than welcome to, man. More than welcome to.
Rick, you know me. You know me, Rick.
He'll join the party.
Yeah. Hey, I want to say something to you, Rick. And you and TK were the first ones to really train me outside of Rob. But you guys were the first company to train me to wrestle. And I owe my thanks to you and TK because you guys gave me the chance. You guys seen the potential. I want to thank you. And also for Rob too.
Now,
but Rob was the first one.
Rob, big ass thanks.
Rob, you're the first one, but as going to a school, learning the ropes, I want to thank you guys though for that.
Hey Rick, he got his start in the ring by me taking him down to this little shitty gym where they had a boxing ring set up, dude. I was bumping his ass in a boxing ring.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was stiff.
Oh man.
All right, so let's get back to the origin story.
First of all, you're welcome, man, and I appreciate that. And I remember the passion you had coming into it and stuff. And speaking of passion, like I'll bring it back. Porter had such a passion for this radio show. Once we started to do the WrestleShoot thing and come up with our format and get going, it was. Keep in mind, I never met Porter before the Rednecks invited me to start doing the radio. And when I was just talking shit and letting all the multiple personalities come out by myself in a studio in a place I didn't even want to be, I had fun. And I was like, well, holy shit, like, let's keep doing this. And I think we came back a second time and we had more fun. Once they left the room, that's when the fun began because it was it was worse than paint drying, like any of that stuff when they were on the air. It was terrible. That's why I always joked around saying the whole town needed hooked on phonics, because these people were just, they were bad. Slow, very slow. That's the word we're going to go with. So we had a natural chemistry working together. Like, we could play off each other. I knew what he was going to do before he did it. He knew what I was going to do before we did it. And it almost happened instantly when we started working together. Porter just had a natural ability to be the straight guy, even though he wanted to goof around and stuff at times, you know, and be a little more heel or be a little more colorful. He played the straight part perfectly. He's exactly what Rob and I needed.
Great Dean Martin.
Wow.
He set us up perfectly. And even the best part, though, and Rob can attest to this, is when he didn't set us up and we still delivered on something or still insulted him or insulted somebody, and he's about to piss his pants.
Each other.
Yeah. and Mikey's about to piss his pants in the seat next to you because we're saying things that he thinks we shouldn't say or he wasn't ready for. Or one of the things I absolutely loved was making fun of the diner that he ate at. And I kept talking about how it was the roadkill diner and stuff. Like, he would almost be in tears, just in tears, that I would make fun of that place. He was afraid
Rick
they were going to
Rockwell,
come
I take offense to that. Their skunk teriyaki chicken is absolutely beautiful. And I think you should show Michael Porter's Diner a little bit less respect than you are. Go.
Oh, man. Listen. Oh, dude, you guys are getting me emotional talking about Mikey. He just...
Yeah.
It was so much fun being able to do a radio show with him. And not only just at the station, but then we picked it up again online. Like, It was amazing.
And it was kind of wild how they would run the whole day. Ah, shit, Rick froze. Hopefully he'll come back to us, man, because this was getting good. But there he is. During the whole entire week, they would keep their megahertz at 300,000 watts. But when WrestleShoot came up, they kicked it up to 550,000 watts. So we could be heard at the outskirts of Sacramento. When before, it was just supposed to cover a little 50-mile kind of radius, a little bullshit local AM station. But we came on, boy, they cranked that shit up. We were getting listeners from Chico. We were getting in Sacramento. They were coming in from all over. And that was only based on, word of mouth. And of course, Porter and his, just this knack he had for internet promotion. He just could rock it back then. And he rocked it all through fucking MySpace. He rocked the MySpace.
Wow, MySpace, man. Please, man.
Porter rocked the MySpace, the mullet, and all those crazy dad jokes. The
I was like,
jokes.
geez. I said, Mike, look, you're taking these friend requests from porn robots. He goes, yeah, but they have 2,000 friends. So when I post on their fucking page, 2,000 people are going to see it. I'm like, oh shit. All right.
Smart.
Mikey, what was one of his favorite jokes? City Morgue, you stab him, we'll slab him.
We slab him,
yeah, he always said that on the phone whenever you would call him or anything like that.
You kill him, we grill him. Roadkill Cafe.
Dude, I forgot about so much of this stuff. Like, you guys are killing me here. You're going to put
that's a cool origin story. I was just sharing with the boys off the air my introduction into it and kind of how whirlwind it was. Because you guys were fucking crushing it as far as the online thing goes already. So when Porter's like, come up to the show. And I ripped the mic away from Rockwell and did my, finally, the Rob has come back to Marysville. And you and Porter both stared at me like I was stupid and then went, yeah, dude, all right. Rob Wild's coming in hot. And then it was next week, come back. So I did. And then it was like, yeah, I want you to be the new third host. I was like, I don't think Rockwell's going to be cool with that. He's like, no, trust me. We want you to be. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. So there we went.
Dude, the more the merrier. Like, we somehow all were able to work off each other and to just the chemistry. Like, the chemistry was just natural.
I remember one show where you had this one particular story that you really wanted to get into. And me and Mike were like, yeah, dude, totally. We'll feed you into it. Don't worry about it. We get to the end of the show, and we didn't do it. You went, damn it, I knew this was going to happen. And Mike said, what's the matter? And you went, we didn't get to the one thing that I wanted to talk about. And I went, oh, sweetie. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. We'll start with that next week. And then the studio went quiet. And then all at once just erupts in this fucking belly laugh from everybody. Oh, sweetie. We'll get to it next week. I promise.
Man.
It probably went down just like that.
It did. It did.
You know, I mean, we had notes of some of the things we wanted to touch on, but a lot of the stuff we did was just natural. It was just a conversation, a thought, a reaction, all of that stuff. And man, I would give anything to go back to that time where not only the radio station, but on Blog Talk, when we were doing it on Blog Talk. I think that's what it was called. You know,
Pal Talk.
What was that?
Pal Talk.
whatever that.
Yeah, we were doing it on Pal Talk.
Whatever that what is it? It was like the Napster of early podcast or whatever it was. Whatever the shit place was, it's not around anymore. Whatever the incarnation of what we were doing was, Mikey just this meant everything to him. This was it became his baby. It became something he was so proud of. It became everything he put everything about him in it. If he wasn't doing a wrestling show like during the week or something, this was it. This was everything he focused on. It kept him happy. It kept him.
And his karaoke, damn it. Let's not forget.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, karaoke.
Oh, man, dude. He was the fucking king of karaoke, man. Shit. Like,
Rick, do you remember, Rick, when we had that karaoke broad, that fat broad from the Longhorn, bring in a song, and then right there live on the air, I put it in and just hit play and said, Mike Porter's karaoke time. Press play. We had him sing The Street by Ray Stevens. Oh, yes, they call it The Street. Right there on the air. Bam, we hit the music. Expected him to choke and fuck up and stumble. Motherfucker stood straight up, grabbed his boom mic, brought it in, and belted that song out live on the air like it was just the thing to do, like he was ready for it. And he wasn't ready for it. I said, no, you were expecting that. You heard us talking about it. No. I just love that song, so I did it.
Dude.
All right.
Dude. Wow. Man. Oh, my God. Like, there's two things that he went into work mode for, or when he went into true professional for: karaoke. And the second he put on his WWF blazer, you knew he was going to be the best damn ring announcer anywhere in the West Coast. Anywhere.
Hands down.
In fact, you're speaking of that blazer. Let's just take a look.
Shit.
Yeah, he loved that.
Did it come up on your end?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
All right. Good old Mike.
Man.
I miss that guy.
And,
but real quick, Rick, we need to put a quick pause in this conversation because I do have a serious question for you. And I ask this of a lot of people because I really want to fucking know. So the question is, why do you think that Paul Roma's a pussy and won't face me? Huh? You hear me, Paul Roma, you motherfucker? Goddamn prick-ass Paul Roma.
Hey, man, if you do face him, I want to be your manager. I want to be your manager. I'll be in your corner.
I want you to get out there with the video camera, and I want you to go man on the street. And I want you to find out what the general public opinion is on why Paul Roman is, in fact, a pussy and won't face me. How's that sound?
I tell you what, Rob, he can drag Jim Powers in there. I'll team with you, man.
There you go.
We'll do that. Yeah, I can do that.
All right. So listen, we've already gone a half an hour into this. We're having a great time, but we do have some friends here who wanted to step in and just share some of their memories and their good times with Mike Porter. So we got the former manager of the Apocalypse. Look at this. If X wasn't in the picture, us four guys was a hell of a team back then. And then we're going to bring in...
I know that.
We're going to bring in the master of the bleachers, Doug Damien.
So, Doug,
how's it going?
And finally, one of the sometimes hosts of the Sanitarium right here on the Off the Hook Network, Leatherface.
oh shit. There we go.
Hey, fix your shit, man.
Leave it to you to fuck up as soon as I bring you on, goddammit.
Eat my asshole 2 times.
Whoa. Nah, pass. So, Rick, here's a great story that you'll appreciate about Porter. Me and Honky Tonk, Chris, and Janetti are hanging out, getting ready for the show the next night. So we decide, let's just head up to Marysville and go find Mike and surprise him. And where was Mike Porter on a Friday night in Marysville? None other than the Longhorn, singing his karaoke. Mike was a goddamn rock star up in that place, man. And we came, and Porter was up there. We stood outside and waited for them to call Mike. Waited for him to do like 3/4 of his song. And then we stormed in all loud, all 4 of us. And Mike goes, holy shit. He pulls the microphone down. Mike walked away from his karaoke song because he put the microphone down and ran over to us. And we spent the rest of the night getting skunk house fucking drunk, dude. We were drinking our faces off, man. And I remember Porter, this is the part you're going to like. Porter standing in front of our table, swaying side to side a little bit, and he goes, guys, I can't feel my nose. And I reached up and I poked him on the nose and said, I can. And he went, oh, thank God. Because Porter didn't imbibe, man. Like, he got drunk with me twice in all the years I knew him. And he smoked a hit off a joint with me. He's like, oh, I don't do that anymore. I was like, what, you got somewhere to be? So he took one hit. And like 15 minutes later, he's like, holy shit, I forgot how awesome this is.
We shouldn't probably tell getting stone stories with wrestlers for days.
No, we're just talking about Porter, though.
Oh.
Come on. Get with the program there, Face. This is a tribute. This is a tribute to the great one, the creator of this very project that we are all enjoying doing and watching together. This is Michael Porter's WrestleShoot.
It was his baby. It was his love. It was his missions.
And, you know, Rick, I feel good that we, the 3 of us, have managed to keep the original spirit, the essence of WrestleShoot, like not going in there really with any kind of a game plan, just kind of like, hey, let's see what kind of crazy, stupid shit happens today. This will be stupid. All right, so Chris, pick who goes first to tell us a little something about Porter.
All right, let's go with Doug.
Roxy fucking Red, Doug Damien.
Well, thanks for having me on. I just, in general, Michael Porter was just a great stand-up dude. You know, he just was. I mean, he was always there for a friend, and he was always like on MySpace. We messaged a lot and stuff just when I was going through some shit, and he was just. I don't know. It just. I don't have any like specific stories, but it just. Overall, he was just a really, really awesome, just all around dude. You know, and it's really cool that you guys are paying this tribute.
He had a pretty active interest in your well-being during your divorce. He was really concerned about you.
Yeah.
A lot of bad times for you. But that just really speaks to who Mike was. Like, as a soul, as an entity. Mike was just caring for everybody all the time.
And he always asked about people too. Like you tell him a story, and he would, see you like a couple weeks later, a couple months later, and he'd say, "Hey,
how's your mom?" Yeah,
yeah, dude. Yeah. It was always, which was very, very fucking cool.
All righty. What you think, Face? You got something you want to share about Michael Porte? That's his French name.
Well, I had that radio station up in Marysville. I remember taking a limo there one time. We were doing a show. I think it was Bar Wars or something we were doing. I remember going to that little radio station. Yeah, him on his original.
You're just totally breaking out, bro. We can't hear you at all. We just heard limo and gay bar. We didn't catch anything else.
Now I remember going to Michael Porter's radio station up there in Marysville. That little show that he had up there.
Yeah, WrestleShoot, dummy.
I know that's what I'm talking about.
You're making my head hurt already. I'm going to send you home. Oh, you're already home. Shit. Seriously, dude. Seriously, Face. We see your lips moving, but like the sound isn't coming through. I swear to God. I'm not just busting.
So pretty much, you see my lips and you're thinking about my fucking dick in between them or something. Huh?
I'm not making fun of your little baby nuts at all. I'm just telling you that you're having an audio problem. That's all. So let's put a pause in. Let's put a pause in Leatherfag's segment, and we'll go ahead and jump up to Mr. Rick Michaels, who had.
I'll be right back.
All right. Who had such a unique relationship.
Can't hear my finger's partially covering.
Yeah, we can still hear you, dummy.
You're fucking Mike, motherfucker.
Fucking eat my asshole.
Holy Christ. Anyway, who had such a unique and individualized, I would say very reminiscent to Bobby Heenan and Monsoon's relationship. It was constantly innovative and entertaining and taking twists. And these guys were always and forever talking about angles and gimmicks and how to get on the air and work their shit. So, tell us something cool there, Rick.
Well, yeah, man, Porter and I, we would always, like you said, we're working something, we're, talking shit, basically. Go away.
That's right. That's right.
As usual.
When all else
as usual, the old ball and chain is just bothering me.
When all else fails, hit your wife.
Hey, but she's bothering me when I'm on something important here.
Well,
something a little bit more important than we need over an hour. She doesn't know how to do that. Like, it's just like old times.
But,
Your Honor, she was bothering me. Okay, Mr. Michaels, you're free to go.
So that happened once, but hey, so hold on a second. Get out of here.
God damn, he went shoot style right there.
Sorry.
She's ready to go, dude.
The grandson followed her in, and so they're kind of a little bit loud in the background. Anyway, Mike and I were always talking, gimmick and stuff. But I remember his quick wit. Like when we had our match, the Loser League's UWA match, I remember we had ran a impromptu angle at a show or two before. Because remember, my gimmick was always, when I was managing you guys, the only people more important to me was the wrestlers I managed. Referees, ring announcers, they were below me. So I was always pushing Mike around, put him in the corner, telling him, hey, give me the mic. I'm introducing my guys.
That's right.
From there. Well, one time, one of the referees, and I don't remember which one, it was one of my friends, because we used all my guys as referees back then for a while, got on all fours behind me. Mike pushed me over him and pinned me in an impromptu, not even anything. And then he was going around talking about, I pinned Rick Michaels. So I remember cutting that promo, and I just watched this again, which I shared with you guys on the YouTube page that I have. And I was like, that's a damn lie. You didn't pin me. It was in a sanctioned match. And you're always talking about the old blue hairs up the Elks Lodge or up there in Marysville. He gets in my face, and I shit you not, we hadn't talked about these. He goes, you know what? I get more tang than the astronauts.
That's right.
If you watch the video, I'm biting my bottom lip because that motherfucker got me. I'm like, Try not to break character in the ring. So we have our match. I finally
Me and
got him.
Chris were literally holding each other up in the locker room, laughing over that.
I finally got him back. I finally got him back, Rob, in one of your matches about a year or so later. When you had the I Respect You match with Vega.
Yeah.
You and I had talked about that I was going to come out and co-announce with Porter because I was a student at the time. What we didn't tell Porter is, and when I went out there, he's like, "Oh Lord, what the hell is going on?" Because I don't know if we told Mike I was even coming out there. I said I cut a promo.
You know what? I think that was a rib. We didn't even clue him up.
Yeah, and I went out there and said, "Hey, Mike, I'm out here with you." He's like, "Okay," and I want to let you know we've been up and down this place. I stuck out my hand and said, "I respect you." Shook his hand, right? And because remember we were talking about a low key face turn for me at some point down the road, and that was going to be kind of the start of it, the sprinkling start of it. And he mutters under his breath, he goes, "You fucker, you finally got me back." He's like, "You finally got me back." He was, and we were talking about it pretty much all night after the match and everything. He's like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "Yeah, we told you I was going to come out with you last minute, but I didn't tell anybody I was going to do that part. I didn't want that to get out." I was like,
he didn't even know you were going to go out there and commentate with him for that.
Yeah, I think I smartened him up like right as we were getting ready to do it. "Hey, I'm going to be out here with you." He's like, "Okay." And then so when my music hit, he's like, "Oh Lord, what the hell is going on now?"
Good job fucking up the rib there, Michaels. You're one of the boys.
No, it's the thing though. I didn't know necessarily it was a rib, but at the time, he was like, "Oh Lord, what's going on?" Because Mike was selling it no matter what. When my music hit, he was like, "What am I into now? What's going to happen?" And then when I went up there and said, "I respect you," he was like, "Fuck you." But Mike and I were always, and like I was saying when we were off air before the show started, we had that chemistry where people thought we actually legitimately hated each other because I was always like being mean to him. I was being the cocky, brash asshole, and kids would come up, "Why do you hate Rick? Why do you hate Michael Porter? We love Michael Porter." And I'm like, I look at him, he's old, or he's, look at him, he thinks he's better than he is, whatever. And just some bullshit to the kids. But behind the scenes, "Hey, Mike, you ready to go home? What? I got you right." It's like, fuck. Man, I miss that. I remember last time I talked to him was a little bit before he died. He was in the hospital several months or so before he died. I had just moved to Ohio, and I heard somebody gave me word that he was in the hospital and gave me the room number. So I actually called him in his hospital room and spoke with him a little bit. And we caught up quickly. "Hey, how's it going? How you feeling?" And then he's like, "Hey, have you talked to Rob or Chris lately? Are you guys still doing anything wrestling wise?" And it was all about wrestling because that's what he loved.
Yep. You're right. You're absolutely right. That is what he loved. Everybody who knew Porter loved Porter. And I just want to show up a couple of, for instances, of moments that meant a lot to him. I remember this day in particular when me and Mike took a drive up to one of Kirk White's gigs to see one of his guys, Rob fucking Van Dam.
Oh, that's awesome.
Rob Van Dam was a genuine fan of Mike. They were buddies. And that's awesome. That's the kind of impact he leaves. And then I would like to take a jump backwards in time to another picture he took with one of his oldest friends in the wrestling business.
Wow.
There he is.
Damn.
Yeah. See, look how
Gene was like an old Dr. Phil.
Look how happy Porter is. I mean, that's just it's staggering how genuinely happy he was around any wrestlers, any wrestling, anything. Chris, you have a great one to share.
Oh, yeah. So this goes back in the day with TK, Snuka, hardcore match, all that.
Give me a smoke.
Shit.
Oh.
Hey, brother. Hey, Chris, let me interrupt you real quick, Chris, just real quick.
All right, go.
I gotta cut out. My parents are waiting for me at a restaurant. But
do your thing, man.
I just wanted to say to you guys, listen, guys, it is great seeing you guys. I genuinely wish nothing but the best for all of you. We kind of grew up together in a different era. Seeing you guys here today just brought back so many memories. seeing Mikey's pictures, like this shit makes me want to cry. I love the guy. We all loved him. I think about him all the time. I'm happy that you guys invited me on to be a part of just sharing memories and talking about him and stuff. Broke my heart when I found out he died.
Been 12 years this year.
Be 12 years in October, and it's just awesome that we're all here together to be able to do this. So thank you guys for doing that. Stay in touch. It's been a while. And
bring your ass back on again. We're having fun. We'll do it again.
Dude, yeah. I will. Listen, just let me know when you need somebody to come on and shake things up with you knuckleheads, and I'll be here.
Knucklehead.
All right. Thanks, Rick.
All right, sweetie. We'll see you next time.
See you later, sweetie.
See you later there, sweet tits. I'll talk to you later, Nits.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye.
All right, Mr. Casanova, as you were.
All right, so, and remind me what match it was. It might have been the Snuka and TK match where we laid a beating on Porter.
Yeah, that was that. That was the night. That was the night that Michael Porter made pro wrestling history and won a championship. Where the night that Michael Porter pinned me for my hardcore title after our big tag team match.
I don't remember that being legit then. I know he said it happened, but it wasn't legit.
No, it was. I was robbed. I was wrong.
He paid. I found out later on he paid the ref.
The ref got his comeuppance for that one. Then didn't he, Chris?
He did.
Yeah, exactly. That's a different story, but
and that footage is online, guys.
So yeah, there was a point in the match where Porter was supposed to gig, and we're just gonna throw a fucking beat down on him. And of course, I was a little overzealous, and I just started fucking throwing the boots to him right away. And right where he's about to pull the gig out, I stomped him in the back of the upper back, and boom, he just fucking gigged himself, man. Like he had no choice. And man, he fucking bled like a motherfucker, man, everywhere. And I'm still stomping him, but I'm like, well, I got to stay in gimmick, right? So, and I felt like shit the whole time, dude. I was like, oh man. And so we do the angle and everything. We get in the back, man. I go up to Porter, said, I'm sorry. And man, he was humble. He was happy, gracious.
He said it was the happiest night of his life. Everything that went down.
Chris, man, no worries. He said, I'm glad I'm a part of this, and don't worry at all. I'm having so much fun. I'm like, holy shit. Okay, man. But good story. Just
to clue everybody in on the build-up real quick. The build-up was after me and Chris did the screw job and beat Snuka and Tonga.
Yep.
I go to Porter and I said, you said on WrestleShoot that when we beat Jimmy Snuka and the Tonga Kid, you would raise our hands and admit you were wrong. And he says, I said if you did it fairly and everybody saw you cheat but the ref. And I gave him a push, and he just went animated. Took his blazer off, threw it down, pushed me back, and I took like 5 steps backwards. And I was like, whoa, easy. Take it easy. Jesus, I'm sorry. Yeah, you better be. Turns around to get his jacket. Old Rick Michaels hands me a chair. And he told me in the back, I'm not an asshole. He told me, I want you to come with it. So I did.
You did.
Boom. He goes down, and then we start doing the boot gimmick, and that's when he pulls out the gig and goes for it. They got kicked and went, boop.
Just wrong timing, man. It was unfortunate, but it looked great.
But then Tonga Kid and Jimmy Snuka came back to the ring, beat 6 shades of shit out of me. Snuka did the big splash. They laid my ass in the little ring. Porter climbed on top of me, 1, 2, 3, and a ring announcer got the first title ever. The first time a ring announcer has ever been a champion.
Yeah.
That's history right there.
Nice.
And I ran up to him in the back, too. And was like, oh, my God, Mike, we got to get you checked out. You're bleeding really bad. And he just got this big old smile, and he fucking grabs a hold of me in a hug and says, this was the greatest experience of my career. And that show was big. I mean, that show was big. Fucking John Cena was in the crowd watching, for Christ's sake. So, like, that was a really good show. And the way Porter got the show started, He just got the crowd hot right away, and we kept him all night. All night. It was just a mega hot crowd.
Yeah, it was best ring announcer ever. I'm sorry, on the West Coast. I mean, he hands down way better than Alan Bolte. I'm sorry.
Well, now, I'm not going to disagree with you at all, but I am going to say that Porter was part of the prestigious California Three Wise Men. It was Porter, Bolte, and as much as I hate to say it, so we got Porter, Bolte, and Ron Head were the Three Wise Men for ring announcers.
Yeah. But Porter's
Fuck you, Ron Head. Fuck you. Fuck you more than Paul Roma, you piece of shit.
Paul Roman doesn't want to wrestle you because he's afraid to break your old ass.
Damn. Have you actually seen? I mean, let's. Okay, that was cute. Hardy har har, fucking har har. But let's not get fucking lost in reality. All right, this is not Paul Roma of today.
Yeah,
damn
that's
it,
when he was
come
gigoloing.
Yeah, that guy, fuck him, man. That's not him anymore, dude. Now he's a sack of fucking bones. That's why you're too much of a bitch to talk to me.
Rob Wild is the wheelchair killer.
Hey, I'm the legend. I was a legend killer before Randy Orton, and I'll tell you
that
what.
we were.
Yep.
And you guys know who dubbed us the legend killers on WrestleShoot.
Yep.
Michael fucking
Porter.
Porter.
Yep.
Just that guy was so pivotal in so many aspects of my development through the business. It was just
Hey, can I tell my story?
no. Yes. No.
Hey, I'll be back. I'm getting hit with a lightning storm. I'll be right back.
All right.
I got two stories about Michael Porter. First,
You said what?
I was a fan when I first met Michael Porter. And I said, Michael, how do I break into this business? He says, I'm going to be honest with you. It's better to know somebody in the business. And if they like you, they can break you in. I said, okay. So I remember that. So I was like 14, 15 at that time. When I turned 16, now I was like ready to start training since I got kicked out of high school. So I was like, okay, let me do wrestling. So I learned with Paul DeMarco. He trained me a little bit. And then I went to TK. And of course, Rob Wilds was there a little bit before I got in with TK. So I want to thank Rob and Leatherface and Chris Casanova. They all showed me the ropes. So anyway, when I did my first show when Rob booked me for his show, Michael pulled me in the back. He said, see, kid, you remember what I told you when you was like 14, 15? I said, yeah. He said, you're here. And I said, man, you never forgot. He said, I don't forget a face. And
Porter got you booked.
Yeah, and you know what? And I didn't know that. He told me you did that, Rob.
Nah, Porter, I didn't know who you were yet.
I know, but he was like, and I didn't know, but I knew.
I was just told you trade with DeMarco for a little bit, and you're 17, and I'll give you a crack at it, see how you work out. And was it the greatest? You were fucking a kid. It showed. I started beating you up in your front yard for a little bit, then you went on over to Sammy.
Yeah.
But yeah, Porter got you booked.
Yeah, and I want to thank him because he was the first to ever book me in a match, and I wanted to thank him for that. From Michael, you are missed from all of us and your fans, man. And the dude could sing.
Yeah,
the second one.
The second one was I remember one time I was with TK and we were at a show and he was sitting out there in the audience.
Whoa, that's a threat.
No, he just wanted to.
Look at the bottom of the screen. We got a message. Psycho will destroy everyone. What?
Oh God.
So anyway, back to the story. I'm gonna say this real quick and I'm gonna wrap it up. He was sitting out in the audience and he said, "Hey kid, come here." I said, "Well, I gotta go in the back. I gotta get ready." He said, "Hey, don't worry about it." He says, "Go out there and give it all." give us the best heel you could do tonight. So I said, all right. So I went in there, got dressed, and TK said, you're on in the third match. I said, all right. So I'm getting ready. And then I go out there.
Oh, I know what night you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, it was I think it was a disqualification match. I think. I don't know. I'm not for sure. But anyway, but I gave it my all that night, and he came to me again. He said, see, you had us believe. You had me believe in you. And he said, you have it. Keep up the work. Work on your timing a little bit. And you're about ready. Just work on your timing a little bit, and you're good. He said you overkill it on certain moves, but he said slow it down a little bit. You're a heel. Drag it. You're a monster. Drag yourself to that move. So I said okay, and then that's what everything was history. Yeah. So I want to thank him because he was the one that really got my name out there too. Right along with you and Michael Porter, man, you guys.
Well,
were
that
the ones.
night you're talking about was supposed to be. I was gonna go out there and get DQ'd for you that night.
Yeah.
But then Warpath showed up and went, "No, I'm working with Wilds." And fucking Sam was like, "All right, that's fine." I'm like, "What? Yeah, I want to work with you tonight." But Warpath could do that. He just walked into a building and commanded his own bookings.
You didn't tell him no very often, so people weren't telling Ruben no.
I told him no that night that he told me he wasn't going to drop the belt to me, and I said, "Yeah, you are. One way or the other, dude. I'm taking that fucker home with me tonight."
And also want to thank Rick Michaels. I want to thank you, Rick Michaels, because you also booked me on your show. So I want to thank you too in my early career.
Was that one of the couple that I did that I barely remember now?
Yes.
I might have that shit on VHS somewhere, at least a couple of them.
I wish you had that fucking tag team Cyclone match that we did, me and Cooley, Chris, and Justin.
If I do, it's on VHS. I don't have a converter.
Nobody was running around following us outside and shit.
Oh, the outside part of it. Yeah, no. I know I have two of my old WCPW things.
You were too busy outside telling the cops, no, this is pro wrestling. Why do you think they're wearing tights? No. And he's like, oh, okay.
And I'm surprised they said it did. That wasn't real Linda after all. I'm surprised they said anything. They're used to that. They probably thought we came from the saloon down the street.
You know? They totally thought it was a bar fight that spilled out. No, this is. Why do you think they're wearing ties? Oh, okay.
We're looking like that.
I didn't get a chance to take Rockwell to task. He's talking about all the rednecks in Marysville. There are no rednecks up here anymore. It's all fucking tweaks up here now, it seems.
Hey,
all fucking meth heads.
Rick, do me a favor. If you ever hear from this little faggot named Everett and Daryl.
I don't know, man.
Hey, you tell him, hey, you still owe Broadway some money. Listen to this.
Motherfuckers owe all of us money.
No, listen to this. I'm sorry. I got to bring this up. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We had a slow gate today, guys.
They came to me and said, hey, Broadway, we want to do a show, but we don't have a promoter's license. I said, okay. He says, hey, can we pay you to do a show here in Marysville? I said, well, let's go to the building. So we go to the building. I said, okay, let's do it. I can see, money's coming. I said, all right, these guys know what they're doing. All right, let's do it. Listen to this. So the show gets there. I said, where's my money? Oh, we're still working on the ticket show. I said, look, man, I don't want to hear that shit. I want my money. And Everett was like, well, we're going to have to talk after the show. I said, you damn right we're going to have to talk after the show. And guess how many people was there?
15.
20 people.
Yeah.
20 people was there at this show. And guess who I had coming to that show? And I told him, turn around. I don't want you here. I had Tony the Tiger Lopez coming. Okay. And I said, Tony, you might want to leave, man. I'm going to pay you when I get home. Don't even show up. He says, no, don't worry about it. I said, it's up to you. I mean, there's only 20 people here. He said, don't worry about it. I'm doing a favor for you. I didn't care Who's all there? Those are fans. They paid for it. The show must go on. I said, cool.
Yeah.
So, you know, we did it, and it was horrible, man. The show was horrible. I said, man, and I still need my money. So if you ever come across with that motherfucker Everett or Daryl, I want my damn money. It's been 15 years.
I try to stay in my lane up here, man. I own a house up here. I try to stay in my lane and stay away from the tweaks as much as
I'm
possible.
just fucking with you. I count that as lost
And
years.
Here's how I know. Here's how I know.
I'm ripping them.
Hey, X, here's how I know that you had some training with Rob and TK. You actually think there's money in wrestling. You know, that's how.
You know? Hey, they have a good talk.
Rob and Chris did all right, man. I don't know what you're talking
about. Yeah, I know Rob and Chris did all right.
They had a good talk, but you know what? You live and learn, bro.
Oh, I know.
So I had to learn the hard way, and shit.
I mean, wait, there's money in wrestling? Where's this at? You know?
This was in Marysville, bro.
I know, man.
Yuba City. That was in Yuba City.
I know when we did the show with Marty and with Honky, that was at a place up in Yuba, Pepsi Arena. I think it's a soccer something now.
Yeah, it ain't there no more, I don't think.
That's indoor soccer place now,
Okay.
Yeah, no, Kelly was on here. Yeah.
What's going on tonight, Rob? It was Ace, now it's Rick.
No.
Emily
popped in to ask me a question.
And the goddamn thread just came out the fucking softball, dude. Somehow the stuffing got knocked out that shit tonight.
Hey, Doug, by you watching this, you're like, what the hell is going on, man? I mean, what kind of shit? It goes from Michael Porter to what the fuck is going on?
Are you kidding me, Doug?
Hey, I can't throw any shade. I mean, I'm having to do this from my car because I can never figure out how to do it in my house. I don't know why.
Oh, okay.
All right, fair enough. So, yeah, I've been sitting here forever trying to come up with like a favorite Mike Porter story for myself. And besides him just like gushing blood out of his head, and all you could see were the whites of his teeth. He was smiling so big. Got that goddamn hardcore title over his shoulder with a death grip on it. That's probably my favorite one. But there are so many runners up because everything about that dude was so genuine and so sincere. And you know, if Porter was still with us today, I would like to think he'd be on WrestleShoot. But
he would still be doing. You would have never done WrestleShoot because he'd still be doing it.
Yeah, right. We didn't come back together through the age of technology and web cameras and confusing technology.
We did.
I don't know.
A little bit.
I don't know. I just everything about him was genuine and true. If he said something to you, you know it was the truth. And Mike Porter was never a cock block. So let me put this one out there. There was two separate instances where I would be up at the Long Branch while we was doing karaoke and being stupid and having fun, where I would have met a particular young lady and taken her 2 blocks down the street to Mike Porter's house to defile her. He was like, here's my keys. Just don't leave a mess. Mike Porter was the man on every level. His dude card was stamped for life.
Yep.
Anybody else got something fun they want to share about old Mikael?
Ow. Hey, Rob, I'm actually on my YouTube page. I shared with you guys. I have the match. I'm watching the footage where you hit Porter with the chair. I'm like, damn.
Dude, I fucking peppered his poor ass.
You did. I'm actually watching it right now. You know, this is where, you know, TK and Snuka. I remember after all that, after the show ended, everybody up here being so pissed off. The 3 of us had to kind of go duck out. Yeah. I had Martin go grab my keys in the car, bring the car so we could kind of duck out. So the crowd kind of left and dispersed because we had 400 plus people that night.
Yeah.
Pissed off. Because didn't you bring Snuka in for like a week up here? Something like that?
Yeah. We were promoting all over Sacramento, Yuba, Chico.
You had him up in the area doing appearances. We had 400 plus people, the best crowd we ever did.
Yeah.
and people were pissed that the
No,
Legends
you know
wasn't
what?
continued from TV. At least, the
Those-
wrestling fan pissed.
Those guys, Snuka and Tonga, and both times we brought in Conan, were kind of even for top draws. Those
Okay.
Conan always drew them in big.
Yeah,
Like, we had
but
to turn them away.
I remember it being one of the biggest ones that we ever did. I remember those fans being pissed off, and some of them were like, "Don't let us catch you guys around," because they were mad that we
no
went
joke,
over.
dude. Yeah,
Yeah, but I
people-
didn't know when to shut the fuck up because they're like, "Well, we're gonna kill you, Wilds," and I'm like, "Catch me outside, bitch." And
Yeah,
they were
I know.
outside waiting for me.
Yep, and I remember giving Martin
that.
my keys. Go get my car. We're gonna hang out there for a bit. Then we all kind of doubled back in. Porter's still talking to some fans. I'm like, Mike, can you get them out of here now, please? So we can close up. But shit, I remember, Porter was always good for that. Working the crowd and hanging out with the fans. And if you needed something, I had to just ask him. If you needed something, shit, I remember he'd help with the ring crew when you didn't have to.
All right, real quick, I want to put a pin in this before it gets too much later because I want to bring up to the boys, to Chris and X. I got a very disturbing email right before the show started on our WrestleShoot email account, and it said, "Just thinking of my 3 favorite fellas," and there was a picture attached.
Oh no, not again.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
I told you that talking about him was going to be a bad idea.
I'm gonna check my doors. I'm gonna make sure
That was my fucking fault, man. I mentioned
Chris, you
that
can't
name.
lock the doors of your strip club. You can't lock the doors of the titty bar, of the dick bar.
That's his spot. That's where he goes.
Yeah, but if he locks the doors, how are the fellas going to come in and tip him while
Shit,
he's
he might be in
else
there.
out.
He might be in there.
That's true, Chris.
Behind you, Chris. I went behind Chris.
I gotta talk to security tonight about this.
When you're up there shaking your ding ding, he might be out there having a Miller. You better be careful.
Yeah.
Your ding ding.
He might be having jokers on the rocks.
Yeah, I mean, I hope he's in Texas or California and he's not in Florida. That's all I'm saying. Because, I didn't have a good time with him. He said he was going to show me the time of my life, and he lied. It wasn't fun.
He could be anywhere.
I just want to put that out there. And we remember how we had Chris tied up out in those fucking woods, making that little video thing he made of you. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't want
to be careful, Lex. You're the one who talks the most shit on him out of all of us. You better be careful. Dude. I mean, we also all know that he is able to hack this network. So we better maybe be careful, is all I'm saying.
no doubt.
Yep.
He's broken into our shows before, right?
Yep. Plenty of times. I know that. I know that.
Yeah, so I'm just saying. So anyway, does anybody have any kind of a
I'm sorry,
last
Joker.
minute- Yeah, he's sorry.
I'm sorry.
I think it's too late, man.
No, hey. We don't need that kind of negativity here, dude. We are all
just saying,
in real
man.
danger.
I know how Joker works.
We may have put fucking Damien and Michaels in danger just by being here. So let's just be cool. I just wanted everybody to be aware that apparently this fella has once again taken an interest in us. Why so serious?
I mean, do you have any videos you can show these guys? I mean, is there any video to show them? I mean, do you have any?
Well, I know the Jimmy Castle, creepy fucking Jimmy. You know what? Let me see. You guys talk. I'm all for clipped here. I'm gonna see if I can find it. You guys talk amongst yourselves. Topic: the Partridge Family. They're neither partridges or a family. Discuss.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my
Creepy.
God.
Oh man.
What have I started? Chris,
So what do you guys
have
all?
So when was the last Joker sighting anyway?
Oh, it's been what 6 months, 7 months?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
It's been a while.
Another day,
Well, I just
another care, blown away with the wind. I want to start off by saying I listened to that cute little podcast that you guys call The Sanitarium. It made me laugh like a little girl. Listening to Gay Batman's recount of what happened. I didn't run you over with my car, Batsy. I just gave you a little love tap. But that's nothing compared to what I'm gonna do to your friend, Jimmy Castle. I believe, Mr. Castle, it's time for me to leave the Arkham bathhouse. So I put on my best party dress. And I'm leaving the bathhouse. And the first place I'm gonna go is you, Jimmy Castle. And if you think my little trick was shutting down Facebook was something, you ain't seen nothing yet, Jack. I'm gonna come see Batman's new favorite toy. And I'm gonna make him my new favorite toy. Yeah, toy. I like toys.
Whoa.
Oh,
Okay.
that is a stable individual.
Rob,
Hey,
you think
that
I
looks-
started something.
It's fucking terrifying.
Dude, I'm getting fucking like just goosebumps everywhere, man.
Especially the bathhouse talk. I mean, shit.
Well, he is after all the gay Joker. He's like
Right.
gay Batman. Gay
Right.
Batman's arch enemy. So
They
Right.
look like
he,
one of the people I see every day down the street here, you know.
you know,
Hey,
as I understand it, that they do have an Arkham bathhouse in Marysville. So
It might be actually down in Allhurst, you know.
oh,
I think some of our old friends that used to run it, you know, that we used to run with.
maybe it's in Orville.
It might be that far up. I don't know. Hey, Rob, all I know is ever since I've moved up here, I realized that we used to always diss on Marys when we came up here. You know, it needs a slogan, nothing says love like kissing your cousin, shit like that. Nope. Mm-mm. Now it has its own reality show, Marysville, meth or mental illness, because it's one or the other usually.
Yep.
If you see somebody on the street, they're either high on meth or the mentally ill, or in some cases both. You
Is
know,
that little
Damn.
dumpy titty bar still there? Tail feather or something?
I'm not sure. There's some club not far from here, but I don't even do any of that shit anymore. I go to work. I go to work. I come home. I do the toy shows that I do, and that's about it, man. I stick to myself. I don't
You're
party.
not a titty bar grandpa? WTF?
Not anymore,
Not anymore.
man. I haven't done that. It's probably been about the time since we were hanging out since I was doing that shit consistently. You know?
That one in Marysville is the one that Giannetti almost got us all arrested at. That's what
yeah.
I'm wondering is still there.
Big surprise.
Man,
There's
right.
one out here. I don't know, what it's about because I know for the longest time, with COVID and all that shit, things were closed.
Yeah.
But I haven't really. I don't hang out with people anymore that go to those type of places. So everybody's either too busy or they're just too straight laced for that shit. So
I'm not gonna hang out with anybody so I can hide from that fucking Joker. I don't want to do this again.
yeah, I mean with you guys, with Rob and Chris, you guys are not even in the same state anymore. It's like, I don't really hang out with that kind of crowd.
Right. Oh,
No.
thanks. Now we're that kind of crowd.
Hey,
what do you mean, you people?
The fun
That
people.
includes those
The fun
yeah.
people. You guys are in your respective states. Martin is in Arizona now. And what am I going to do? Take Brian to a strip club? Yeah, that ain't going to happen.
Come on,
that shit
Brian
ain't
needs to go.
happening.
That guy needs to go to a strip club.
If anybody does, it is Brian, but that ain't happening. And he's down in Sac now. I'm up here. Whatever, I know. I don't have the time for that shit. I come home. It's about like just chilling. You know. Why do you think it took so long, Rob, for me to upload those videos, the UWA videos you asked me about? I was just busy doing other shit. Kept forgetting. You know.
Yeah, you were telling me, "Oh, I don't have those anymore," to shut me up. I was like,
no, I have the DVDs that we produced, like 5 or 6 DVDs. I kept a master of each one. You know, I kept one of each one of those, and so that's basically what. But for the longest time, I didn't have the ability to burn the discs off of them because the program I used for them, just you couldn't burn. It wasn't able. I finally was able to figure out how to do all that. And so I'm not putting them all up there because, frankly, some of those student matches we had weren't very good, you know? Or when we were using guys like Cutter and Payback, and guys like that, they were good dudes, but the matches weren't the greatest, you know?
If Cutter would have got more serious, like Justin got serious, he started getting trained and improving.
He did.
If Cutter would have let me have 2 months with him, I could have turned him into something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could be way better.
Yeah. Oh well.
I mean, the matches we have, you know, some of the students that we had at the academy, you know.
But that was the point. They weren't supposed to be 5-star matches.
Oh, I know.
Student matches.
And we were putting them on the DVDs just to fill matches, show what our product was, and you know.
I mean, that's why the student shows were free. We never once charged. Just come in, get people in here to watch the kids.
Oh, that reminds me of another Porter thing. So when I told him that I was coming back on the shows after my Colt release UWA, right? I was training with you guys. We were coming back, and he's like, "All right, you know, you're gonna do anything?" I'm like, "Most likely, we'll figure it out." But I remember him laughing his ass off when we had one month we had did the student battle royal, and the one blonde we had won it, and he quits. And then we're talking, great. We have plans for the Rookie of the Year Battle Royal. What are we going to do? Us are talking, what if I won it? And we're like, Rob, you're like, oh, shit. What if you do that? How do we do that? I'm like, I'm just going to hold the bottom rope the entire time. I ain't going to do shit. I'll just toss the last guys out. I told Porter what was going on a little bit. He started laughing. He's like, oh my God, I can't wait to see what you're going to do with that shit.
Or you hold the bottom rope with your arms and your legs, and you're going, no, no.
Yep. I remember Ray just kicking me hard, and finally, I think it was Vega and somebody else. They tossed one of them off, so I immediately left and tossed him over, won the match. And Porter was like, "Oh my God, what just happened?" he knew what was going to happen, but he still sold it like a champ. It was great.
And then I came out and gave the rules speech. We have rules around here.
And then you probably gave me like the 85,000th wall driver you ever gave me.
That's right. Something like that.
Something like that.
You took it good. It was fun to throw it on you. The fucking crowd loved it. Porter loved it. Porter
I took it better than some of the trade guys did.
He would always ask me, was that a shoot? Was that one a shoot? Come on. Nah.
I took that shit better than some of the train guys did.
He asked me the same thing the night of the Great White Bleacher incident. Back in the back, he comes walking up to me and goes, "Hey, was that a shoot?" I was like, I hope not. Jesus. I mean, if that was a shoot, that was a pretty extreme shoot.
My grandson's going to join me for a minute. This is Richie.
Richie!
This is my daughter, Mary. You guys remember my youngest, Mary? The one
No, we don't remember your kids at all.
Yeah, no, Chris, you should, but this is her son, the oldest. Wait the screen. Say, look, Richie, you're right here. There you are. He's 4 now, so he's at that little. He wants to be big, but he's also shy stage. So
we got the former Miss Blackwood just chimed up in the chat room. We share that with you because this was a funny night. Why isn't it showing up? There we go. Yeah, that's back when her youngest, Brooks, 5 years old, Vega was walking by, started talking shit to one of his older brothers, and this little 5-year-old went for blood, man. He wanted to fight I
remember that.
He wanted to fight Vega as badly that night as he wanted to fight me the night that I screwed Honky. That was good times. I was like, oh, come on, little baby Brett. You can't stay mad at me. And he was just like staring daggers. All right. All right. But, that's the exact response we were trying to elicit from kids was, child rage. We got it. So, yeah.
So a minute ago, before Richard came in, I was talking about, Porter's my, interactions with our the post-last match. I remember he was a little upset after our match, our Who's Always Time match. And he was just like, I don't know if it was good enough. I'm like, nobody expected it to be good. You're a ring announcer. I'm a manager. Nobody's going to expect a 5-star match from us. From what it was meant to be gimmick comedy. Warpath comes and goes, hey guys, that was some good shit.
Yep.
And that actually, Porter started hell smiling. I was like, thank you. Because, he was kind of down on it. I'm like, it was what it was. None of us were really expecting it to be, we're not going to go out there and wrestle an Iron Man match or anything. We're not going to be doing it was lock up, the hair, finally a couple chops. He kicks me in the ass, kicks me up, and you guys come down, do your thing. And that was it. It ended up being a schmoz at the end. It was like, I don't know. I'm like, dude, from what I heard,
But it wasn't the schmaz. You did the job, and then you didn't want to leave. The Warpath comes out.
Yeah, but no. Then I tried. Warpath came out first, and I tried to leave before the match started, and Warpath comes out. I was like, oh, okay. But I just had to get in the ring. Yeah, actually, I was rewatching it recently. I was totally early in the match, and I tried to walk to the back, and Warpath comes out. I was like, oh shit, I guess I have to get in the ring now. It's like, I'm not gonna mess with Warpath.
Now, do you have that match on your channel?
Yes, that match is on my channel. It's not the greatest quality-wise, unfortunately, but it is on the channel.
Well, what's your channel? Let's plug it.
YouTube, just basically my business name is RWHENTC.
Man, you broke up real bad right when you were giving your plug.
Sorry.
You suck.
I do.
Try it again.
On YouTube, the channel name is RWHENTC.
You fucking suck, dude. Guys, just go on there and type in the apocalypse, or type in Chris Casanova versus Honky Tonk Man. Put in Jimmy Snuka and Tonga Kid versus the Apocalypse. That channel will pop up.
Yeah, send a message to chat.
If you type in UWA or United Wrestling Alliance, you might get it too.
Yeah.
I usually tag them. One of those.
Hey, Rob, can I get a cigarette from you?
Oh, yeah, sure, buddy. I got your back. I just got a pack. Here.
Good looking out.
All right, man. God damn, we're some corny motherfuckers. All right, guys, we've got about 22 minutes overtime, and I think this is probably a good time to stick a pin in it. And it was awesome doing this thing for Porter, man. Getting back into some of those good memories. Like me and Chris, we got to talk about Mike at least once a month. For some reason or another, he'll come up and we'll just get on train about Porter. So it was nice to finally take a night and to recognize the creator of this show. And for me, in closing, a lot of people would say that Michael Porter was the best of us. And they would be right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's amazing how 12 years later, I still get that pain in my throat. That little pit in the stomach sometimes when I think about what we all lost with Mike. And we love you, and we all miss you all the time. And thank you to Mike Porter for creating WrestleShoot, for being such an influence on all of us. And it's cool to reconnect with Rockwell. I hope to have him back on again soon.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Anybody else have anything they want to say in closing or something they want to plug?
I want to say thank you, Michael Porter, for everything you've done for Northern California. I mean, you put West Coast on the map. You helped out a lot of workers. You helped out a lot of people off and on. He was a great guy. I love him, man. Thank you.
Yeah, hands down, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss our conversations that him and I used to have at the shows, before and after, and just even in the locker room, and just watching him from a distance, talking to some of the new guys that were coming up in the business, and just hearing what he had to say to them. It was just, oh man, shit. I mean, it was just
stand-up guy.
Yeah, stand-up guy, so encouraging. I mean, I remember when I first met him, and I was probably 2-3 years in the business, but fuck, man, I was just almost like a mark, man, a little kid, just like, wow, this is awesome, man. Like, I knew who he was, and him and I talked for like 20, 30 minutes, and it was great. So thank you, Porter, for the great memories, and I think about you at least every day, man. So you are definitely missed.
Anybody else? All right, then. I guess that moment of silence means that we're pretty much done here. X, welcome to the team, brother.
Thank you. Thank you.
I want to give a big thanks to both Rick and Doug for coming on today. That was nice. It was fantastic catching up with Rockwell. Leatherface, nice seeing you for about 16 and a half seconds.
Yeah, 16 and a half seconds, yeah.
And, Jesus, before I actually start crying here on the podcast, I'm just going to go. So, thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.